height. Okay, to start off my eyeshadow, I always put concealer on before because it just makes it better. You have like a good base for the eyeshadow. So, and make sure you do it on the top and bottom. And then I just use a beauty blender to blend it out. Then before I start the eyeshadow, I use a translucent setting powder to set the concealer before putting the eyeshadow on because it just makes it easier for me. But I just put it wherever the concealer is. And for the eyeshadow, I use the James Charles palette. I use this color, this one, the black, this shimmery white, and then this teal for the underneath. So if you don't have this, just use like a light brown, a medium to dark brown, a black, shiny white, shimmery color, and then a teal, and it should just be like the same thing. I use just a blending brush for the first 3 colors that I use, which is the light brown, the medium brown, and the black. And I start out by just taking the blending brush, dipping it into the light brown, and I put it like all over pretty much. Just like mainly the top, like above, I don't know what this part's called, the eyelid. Yeah, between like the eyelid and the eyebrow, and like on the edge, because this is just like the transition color that's gonna be there. And then after, I will take the darker brown, this one, and I don't put it up here like I did with the last one. I just put it like from like, I don't know, just like, I put it not as high as the light brown one. And I just blend it together. Then sometimes if I don't think that it's blending well enough, I'll take the light brown again and just go over like the top of it where the 2 colors meet, so it blends better. And then next I will take the black, and I'll keep that one like super low, pretty much just in the corner of the eyelid to like the middle of the eyelid. And I try to blend it into the darker brown that I used before this one. Then I'll do the same thing with the black and just put this, the light brown, not the medium brown, just on the top, so it makes it more blended together. Next, what I do is I'll just take the same concealer that I used earlier, and I'll put it at the beginning of my eyelid, and then I'll use a flat brush, and I just follow like the natural shape of my eyelid. Like if you look up, you can tell where your eyelid crease is, and that's where I just follow it, is the crease. And I just go from the inner part of my eyelid to about the middle, maybe a little farther. And once you get to like the black, you can just lightly brush it into the black. I will take the same brush, just the opposite side that I didn't use for the concealer, and I'll take the really light white sparkly color, and I will just put it right on top of the concealer. The concealer isn't necessary to do, but it just makes the eyeshadow look neater, so that's why I always do it. And it just makes the sparkly eyeshadow that I use pop more than it normally would. And then to blend the 2 colors together, I usually just take the dark brown and I will blend it towards, like I'll start outside and move towards the middle of my eyelid, because otherwise you're gonna get sparkles in the black and then your whole eyelid's just gonna look sparkly, and I don't enjoy that. And then usually after blending it together, I'll go back and add a little bit of black just to like the very corner of my eye. And then again, take the light brown and just blend it into the very top of the black so the colors blend together better. Then after that, I take a little pencil brush and I will take the teal. It's not really teal, it's like a sky blue. I take that color and I just put it on the underneath. Usually I go over the blue a couple times so it's brighter and it's not just like a faint blue color. And I don't go all the way to the corner. I usually stop right here so it doesn't look weird, because normally if you go all the way to the corner it doesn't look the best. Then after that I do winged eyeliner. I just think it makes the eyeshadow look better. It just, if you have this much eyeshadow on and you don't do eyeliner, it just, in my opinion, doesn't look good. So I always just add an eyeliner. I don't like to do small wings either, so whenever I do winged eyeliner, I make it go like pretty far up, but still not like too drastic, just drastic enough. Also, I don't know if you need tips on the eyeliner, but I typically just start a really small line and I gradually make it bigger, and then I'll eventually stop like right here, and then I'll start at the very corner of my eye and make the outside line, and then start and just meet in, and then I fill it in. And then after that, I put on fake eyelashes. Because again, with this much eyeshadow, I think just regular mascara just doesn't look good. And I'm not the best at putting on fake eyelashes, but whenever I use eyeliner, it's also a good thing about it is you can't really tell if you're not directly right above your eyelashes. After I put my eyelashes on, I use mascara to blend my natural eyelashes into the fake eyelashes so it doesn't look as weird. I don't use too much, I just do enough to make it look a little bit more natural, if you can even say that about these eyelashes. And then, because we do the blue on the bottom, I advise doing a couple coats of mascara for the bottom eyelashes, otherwise it's not gonna look the best. Then for the very last thing I do is I just take a regular highlighter. I just use my finger and I put it on the very inner corner of my eye. It just adds a nice little flare. And I also put it at the very like peak of my eyebrow underneath. Just really completes the look. So like here's the eyeshadow. So if you want to know the products I used for my concealer, I use Fenty Beauty. It's by Rihanna. Powder, I use Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. My eyeshadow is the Morphe X James Charles palette. For makeup brushes, I use like so many different ones. You can find the cheapest ones or the most expensive. I think they're all the same. Mascara, I use Perversion. It's an Urban Decay product. And then I use a Wet n Wild highlighter. Also, these eyelashes are from Kroger. So, you don't really need expensive products to do this look. You can literally get whatever works for you. But yeah, that's all. Bye!